I'm glad I wasn't here for that. I would have popped the damn blood vessel. Anyway, this isn't the end. Next steps are long and cumbersome before anything can become law. Weeks of committee hearings to draft the details and send the House version to the Senate, where Republicans have already passed their scaled-down version. And more big votes are ahead, including an unrelated deal to prevent a government shutdown when federal funding expires March 14th. These talks are underway. So, this is insane. This is an insane bill. Did the more Hitler one pass? Pay attention! Yes. You are correct. Thank you for asking. Several Republican lawmakers worry the scope of the cuts being eyed, particularly some $880 billion over the decade to the committee that handles healthcare spending, including Medicaid, for example, or $230 billion to the Agriculture Committee that handles food stamps, might be too harmful to their constituents back home. Phenomenal stuff. This is not the best news I've heard. It's great if you're an accelerationist. These cuts are going to impact people's lives dramatically. And they're not even making up the shortfall. This administration is going to be deficit spending like a motherfucker. They're trying to shore up the difference with Doge, but they can't, because you can't actually cut government spending the way they want to. You cut government spending by making government more efficient, and you make the government more efficient by not having them pay retail price for the corporate contracts they benefit from. You have to make the government not an instrument of transferring taxpayer wealth to corporations, and they're not going to change that shit, are they? If only they paid retail. Yeah, and not retail 10 times or whatever, you know? They haven't even laid out the actual cuts. They knew there wouldn't be enough to cut. They're forced to borrow. Oh, no, we're going to be deficit spending like crazy, which is not going to help with anything. An additional, what was it, 2.5 trillion over 10 years, in addition to the existing deficit? Isn't this what we want? The government fails quickly and swiftly. Oh no, accelerationists are eating it up. Eating it up. Oh yeah, absolutely. We will see if it actually passes. Again, this has to go into a bunch of follow-up meetings and votes before, in addition to the Senate, this still has to be deliberated for a while, which means more opportunities for infighting with the Republicans. Please keep it up with the town hall meetings where you have 67-year-old West Virginians coming in to say, I was fine with what Donald Trump and what Elon Musk was doing, but there's no way you're going to be firing no veterans on my account or something. I don't care. Whatever. When has accelerationism ever worked out of interest? Easy! If you were a unsympathetic German in 1945, the accelerationism would have led you to say, oh, well, the worse Germany does in the war, the faster we can get this Nazi phase over with. There. You. Easy. I can't believe they passed it, man. I can't believe they did it. It's so destructive. It's so bad. Holy. How does this help anyone? Hey, man, big tax breaks. Big tax breaks. Hold on. Republican budget bill tax breaks. Give me the deets. Give me the deets. I just want the deets. Just a little deets. You got it? No. I want the details, on the tax brackets, for my own purposes. Cuts aren't finalized. Cuts aren't, but I have seen people talking about the tax brackets and expected average cuts there. Cuts are not finalized. They may increase. Well, I just want the information. I've seen people discuss whatever. They're currently crippling the VA by firing all their contractors and are planning to privatize care. Good. Who cares? Whatever. You're still shocked by the level of evil? Do you think, what are you contributing to this? What is the fake smarm? You really expected better? It's not about evil. I laid out a bunch of complicated bureaucratic social and political incentives that might have pulled people against voting for this. You're really surprised, but you as the Gestapo are stomping your face in. Oh, you guys are really surprised? You guys are really surprised that they're doing this? Ooh. And those will be your last words, okay? You want that? Shape up. Thanks for the $2. Does this help? Kind of. No tax breaks unless you've made at least $360,000 or more per year. Your taxes will decrease. Did you make more than $914,900 per year? I did not, so no. On average, your tax will decrease by $7,000. Well, that sounds nice. The budget is being compiled during a lengthy process that first sends instructions to various House and Senate committees, then have several weeks to devise more detailed plans for additional debate and votes. Okay, for what it is worth, I still think this is going to backfire horrendously. If this ends up passing, the amount of harm that'll be done, because think about what those cuts to Medicaid are going to look like, right? Like what, 800 billion over 10 years? That's like a 10 to 15% reduction, and it's going to like vary state to state. A lot of people are going to see the quality of their coverage decrease. State provisions for what allows you to enter into Medicaid are going to tighten to lessen the number of people who are on it. It's got like, it is very obvious harm, you know? Like really, really obvious, straightforward harm. But at the same time, there's so much bureaucracy to get through that basically I'm just glad they're being straightforward with their evil. Basically what I'm saying is I'm not on Medicaid, so I'm fine. I'm really sorry if you are. Or if you benefit from SNAP or, you know, whatever else. Rice and beans, motherfuckers. Hey, stay healthy so you don't need to use Medicaid. I mean it. You need to... Whew. I just got off the Peloton. Myself. Got, was it is it 229 kilojoules over a 30-minute ride? It was advanced beginner, but I really put the work in. I'm on Medicaid, so are my two daughters, also on SNAP. Mildly muscular milk, that's too sad for me to make a joke about. I really hope you like rice and beans and lentils and stuff. You think a tax boycott would be... No, you can't really tax boycott. That's not viable. Well, do you know if this bill can be thrown out prematurely after it's passed? Well, it's passed to the House. It hasn't been signed into law. It can be... It can't really be thrown out. It can be voted down in the multiple processes. It's going to be a while before this even has the opportunity to be signed into law. Like, a long while. It's just the beginning. It's the beginning of a long, painful process. And I would still be surprised if it actually gets signed into law. They might tone it down a lot in all of these following, like, committee meetings, all the, you know, additions they stamp onto it. This will become law by, I think, October 1st. Honestly... Considering how much the honeymoon period seems to be falling off, even in 1 month, yeah, right? Like, sure, give us the next 8 months of Republicans arguing in favor of Medicaid cuts, right? Like, sure, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, just set yourself up for that. You know, that's the position, that's the hill you want to die on. Okay, whatever. Have fun. We're in the worst timeline. It'll be signed by October. Oh, then you know what? Great. Just in time for midterms. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. The accelerationist argument. What does no tax and overtime sound like to you? I don't know. Cop subsidy? Meanwhile, the leader of the opposition. I know. I saw this. I'm going to straight up lose my goddamn mind. I can't handle this, man.
Well, listen, the extreme left protests me more than they protest Donald Trump. I mean, literally, wherever I go. So I think in part because I've declined, I've refused, I've chosen not to bend the knee to either people on the far left and certainly not to Donald Trump and the far right.
This is exactly what we need in this moment. This is like this would be like this would be like in 1933 if there were SPD officials getting like protest. It's like 4 days after Hitler's appointment, and there are SPD officials who are getting like protested against by their constituents who are like, "What the f are you doing?" And the head of the SPD is like, "Listen, it's because I kowtow neither to the Nazis or the KPD that you all voted for me." You know, and then like the next day he's found in a ditch or something. I can't talk about this. I'll get too angry. I can't. This is live video content. This isn't like edited where I can get really mad and you all just hear a long continuous bleep. I have to, it's okay. I'm an accelerationist now. Hakeem Jeffries being contemptible and worthless actually accelerates the conditions that will allow dissident Democrats to step up and reject him and the vision he has for the party. Ooh, please. When are you going to buy a new camera? Hey, Sleepy Joe Biden, a new camera, probably the Sony A7, is what, $3,000? You're a white name. You want me to get a new camera?